And now, the general weather around Alaska.
Hello again and welcome to this Monday's show. Well, a pretty quiet weather pattern across the area today without not a lot going on. Got this weak front here across the southern Bering Sea and across the eastern Aleutians to the western Alaska Peninsula. Weak low right there, another one here, and a third one back down just off the map there. Otherwise, weak low pressure here off the north coast of the Panhandle, brought about a third of an inch of precipitation, form of rain and snow to Yakutat, with some moisture in over the northern southeast coast. It looks like some clearing took place down farther to the south. Dixon entrance toward the Queen Charlotte Islands. Excuse me, and rainfall, this front kind of stalled out over the eastern Aleutians, brought anywhere from 2/3 of an inch to 8/10 of an inch of precipitation to the eastern Aleutians, Dutch Harbor, Unalaska area with some moisture into the Alaska Peninsula there. Otherwise, a little bit of light snow, rain and snow finding its way up toward the Pribilof, so nothing too significant. Some areas of light snow here over the northeast interior areas. And rolling that again, you can see this low here starting to trough out with the moisture lifting up into the North Gulf Coast there. And for tonight, that'll continue the shower activity, mainly over the southern southeast coast here, or the northern southeast coast up around Yakutat, and should be dry for Prince William Sound. Skies, maybe seeing an increase in the clouds from the mostly clear skies you had today there as east-southeast flow starts to increase a little bit. There are some of this remnant moisture showing up around Middleton Island. Otherwise, light winds, dry conditions, fair amount of clearing over southern Alaska, right on up through the western interior until you get to the Brooks Range. North of the mountains there for the eastern North Slope and Arctic coast, a weak trough or maybe some light snow in that area, areas of light snow and flurries for the Yukon Flats. And out here over the Bering Sea, this low a little bit more potent, but still nothing significant, bringing some gusty winds, rain and snow into the Alaska Peninsula, up to the Pribilof Islands, on the wet side here over the remainder of the Aleutians, and with increasing easterly flow here off the Gulf. Again, periods of rain will be on the increase, light rain for the Kodiak Island area, light rain and fog, and that's about it. Otherwise, as I mentioned, dry over southern Alaska. And for tomorrow, look for, especially in the afternoon, moisture to increase here over Prince William Sound, up into the western Prince William Sound, southern Kenai Peninsula there. Again, that leftover moisture from the trough dissipating over the northern Panhandle, caught up in that easterly flow. Otherwise, a pretty nice day here for southern Alaska. Clear, calm, and quiet out west there. Maybe a little breezy through the passes of the Brooks Range, with northeast winds there. But cloudy skies, mostly cloudy, a few flurries around north of the Alaska Range over the eastern interior areas. Still looking at a chance of some light snow for the eastern Beaufort Sea coast. And low pressure here just west-northwest of Nikolsky and east-northeast of Atka will bring some rain and showers there from the Alaska Peninsula back in toward the central Aleutians, scattering out to the west. And this weak front will bring some chances of light rain and snow to the Alaska Peninsula. And this low center here, as it pushes eastward, may nudge some rain up into the southern Panhandle. Heaviest rainfall will be down over the Queen Charlotte, but it won't be that heavy at all. Maybe a chance of light rain along the coastal areas, central and south coast. And then for the day on Wednesday, strong high pressure building into the Yukon there with pretty cold air should extend down into the Panhandle there, at least the fair weather will. Weak trough down here, that low really weakens as it slides eastward, weakening into a trough here by Wednesday afternoon for a chance of rain for the southern Panhandle. Look for a chance of sun for the central and northern areas. Kind of a change here for southern Alaska coming up with increasing southeast wind flow, bringing clouds, warmer temperatures, and increasing chances of moisture here for the North Gulf Coast, Prince William Sound, into the Kenai Peninsula. Periods of rain likely for Kodiak Island. In fact, that'll extend up toward Homer, Seldovia, into Kamishak Bay. Maybe some mixed precipitation for Bristol Bay, but that'll be on the light side. This portion of the trough up here may produce some light snow for the lower Yukon River area out into Norton Sound. Portions of the Seward Peninsula there. It'll be dry with fairly light winds for the Arctic coast. A little gusty here in the western Brooks Range area. Otherwise, pretty fair out over the Bering Sea. Just some showers there with nothing in the way of any heavy precipitation or wind. And for the outlook for Thursday, that doesn't change much out here over the Bering Sea. We've got a big storm off the chart there. You can see the tight gradient associated with it. That may increase the winds here for the eastern Aleutians, but it'll be dry. Otherwise, a weak low here in Bristol Bay, rain and snow there. That'll extend up into portions of south central Alaska, mostly the Kenai Peninsula into central Cook Inlet, over toward the eastern slopes of the western Alaska Range. Have the best chance of seeing some light precipitation there. Otherwise, cloudy skies spreading into the Copper River Basin, staying clear, and on the chilly side for the central and northern part of the state with this big high over the Yukon there. Starting to increase the winds a little bit here for the northern panhandle. Lynn Canal, probably seeing the winds out of the north picking up a little bit and gusty, but a pretty nice day for all of the southeast coast there. It will be dry with just some variable clouds and areas of some pretty good sunshine. And for the lows tonight, in the below zero range here from actually the northern Kuskokwim Valley, McGrath, Nikolai, Tanana Valley up to the north slope, staying a little above zero right along the Arctic coast, in the upper 30s to lower 40s there for the Alaska Peninsula, and upper 20s northern panhandle, upper 30s to the south. Highs for the day Tuesday afternoon, mid-40s southern southeast coast, mid-30s there toward Haines and Skagway, and highs in the 20s here for south central Alaska. Teens for the Susitna Valley, right around zero in the Copper River Basin. Lower 40s Kodiak Island, as well as the Alaska Peninsula, all the way out to Adak. Highs in the interior here, 0 to 15 above. And then the lows for Wednesday morning, 10 to 20 below here for the northern interior. But staying in that 5 above to 15 below range, depending on the cloud cover here over the interior areas, and a little bit milder in the mid-teens for the Kenai Peninsula and Susitna Valley, right around 10 below for the Copper River Basin. Mid-20s here over the northern panhandle. Some of that chillier air works down from the north there, upper 30s to the south. And for the highs, lower 30s for the northern southeast coast to mid-40s down south, lower to mid-30s for Bristol Bay, lower 40s there for the Alaska Peninsula, Kodiak Island, 20s south central Alaska, 5 to 15 here in the central interior, and anywhere from 5 below to 10 above for the Arctic coast and North Slope areas.